Hello, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about purpose and meaning. Very often in my classes, we start to discuss this question about what's my purpose? And it's a very important and meaningful thing to focus on. So I'd like to share some thoughts and my own insights for you to weave into your own thought processes. The thing about purpose is that it changes. As we approach different times of our life, that purpose begins to change. Yet we as human beings think that purpose is a destination. We find a purpose and we live our life with that purpose. It doesn't work that way. When we are 20, 30, our purpose might be something else. As life changes, the stages of our life change, where we are begins to shift, our purpose begins to shift. Ultimately, we have to think of purpose not so much as what I'm supposed to do, a checklist of things I'm supposed to do, though it starts off that way. But as we deepen our awareness of life and our relationship with life, we start working with life to ask the question, what am I supposed to bring to the table right now? How am I supposed to show up? And that becomes a very important thing because when we are younger and in a certain stage of life, it might be about a checklist, and that is important. But as we begin to shift and we begin to see that the things that brought us joy at one time, they don't bring us joy anymore. So those purposes have to be retired. You can't keep following that purpose as if you're a machine, because then you are no longer fulfilling your purpose. You're just giving yourself a sense of obligation. You're coming from a place of obligation, and that's not quite how we want to live our life. When we think about what do I want to bring to the table, how do I want to show up right now, what is life asking me to exude, to channel, then we really serve our purpose. And this might be through whatever we are doing. So sometimes it might just be that you're sitting and listening to your children or your grandchildren, and just this quiet space of listening and being present. That is a very important role and a very important purpose. And in doing that, we really start to shift to a deeper place in ourselves. So it's not as if you're just blindly or dumbly listening to someone. It's listening with intention, listening from a place of compassion. You're bringing that presence into the room, and that is also a very important purpose. That brings meaning into your life and the lives around you. So purpose begins to shift, and purpose develops and evolves as a relationship with our life begins to change. And when we live like that, we live a very rich life. We are unafraid of change. We are unafraid of the fact that we can't do many things in our life, because we realize that no matter what we are able to do or not able to do, we are still alive. And as long as we are alive, we can be present, and our presence in the present moment counts for something. Our presence becomes our purpose. And that is a very, very deep and very, very meaningful exercise, a gift that we give to the world by being present 100%. I love that poem by Robert Frost, the poet Robert Frost, who said, "The woods are long and dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep." I love that poem and I think of it often. And I feel that as long as we are alive, we have promises to keep. And those promises that we are being asked to keep, we know only based on where we are in our life. It's different for every one of us. One person might have to write a book, one person might be serving the country, and that quiet sage who is meditating in a cave, no one even knows that they are there, yet they are fulfilling their purpose. Each one of us has to tune in deep within ourselves and get in touch with what is going on in the world, in our world, and how we are being invited to live our purpose. So think about it. Purpose as something not defined by the outside. It's not about people seeing us. It's about us showing up. Think about that. And when you are in doubt, maybe you can do a small exercise of pausing, breathing, placing a hand on your heart, breathing deeply and asking yourself the question, what am I being asked to bring forth into my world right now? What am I being asked to express, to feel? How am I being asked to show up right now in my life? And whatever you receive, following through with that and showing up accordingly, that's living a life of purpose. And that's what I want to share with you. And when we live like that, we are not seeking anyone's validation or permission. We live from the richness of our inner world. And that's a gift for everyone. So think about that. And I wish you a very purpose-filled life in the coming weeks, months, and years. Thank you for watching. And if you like this, please subscribe to our channel, like it, and share it with friends so that we can share this precious message of presence with everyone. Thank you.
Let's see what Robert Frost, the American poet, playwright, and thinker, had to say about purpose. Life has a purpose for each one of us. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep.